What's good, everybody? Ace of all trades here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Welcome to yet another Triple Threat Sports podcast. Before we get into the news, we got to go ahead and introduce the co-host. First of all, say what up, Siggy Guns.
What up, what up?
True, and also say what up, UTX JG Didon.
Yo. We here. Let's go.
True. Appreciate everybody for coming through. As always, continue for your continued support. Shout out to you guys listening to us on your favorite podcast platforms. And shout out to you guys watching the video format. And continue with the comments and everything like that. We love the engagement. So shout out to everybody. If you're interested in looking at previous episodes, there on the video version, there is a link down in the description box below where you guys can be able to check that out. But let's go ahead and get into it. So UFC 236. Now, I didn't have the opportunity to watch it, but JG actually did. So JG, take it away. How was UFC 236?
Yes. UFC 236, the main two fights are the only ones I'm going to really talk about. These are the title fights. The first one was for the middleweight interim championship, and this was between Israel and Kelvin Gastelum. This one ended up lasting 5 rounds, but it was very entertaining. For me, not really knowing that much about Israel, because I actually missed the fight when he fought Anderson Silva. But I would have to say that Israel, he really reminds me of a younger Anderson Silva. He definitely fights the same way. He has the same mannerisms. He really is a younger Anderson Silva, and that's what really made me excited about this fight. I really thought, just from watching the highlights from the Anderson Silva fight, that Kelvin Gastelum would stand no chance, but boy, was I wrong, because Kelvin Gastelum came through swinging that first round. His momentum was just crazy, and it really took him a lot to really get knocked down. Israel was kind of just trying to fill him out. He was getting some good shots in, but Kelvin just kept coming at him, and I was like, I was very surprised at Kelvin's resolve throughout the entire fight. Around round 2 or 3, Israel started kind of warming up. He was hitting them with some good ass shots. Both of them ended up getting rocked in this entire fight. But I feel like round 5 was where we really saw Israel kind of take over, but Kelvin still wouldn't go down. That was the crazy thing about the whole fight. This man was just strong as hell, but it was very entertaining. Even though I would have liked to see, a knockout or whatever. It didn't end up happening, but it was a very good fight. Israel ended up winning the interim belt. So again, very entertaining. And then we get to Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. I didn't realize how much power Dustin has, because Max Holloway generally is a person that goes down easily. Max Holloway generally hits you with a lot of flurries, and he's a tough ass dude. But Dustin was kind of hitting Max with some heat. Max was looking real bad after that fight was over, man. He was looking real bad. Max held his own. Of course, he didn't end up getting knocked out. Of course, this was another fight that ended up lasting 5 rounds. But Dustin was hitting him with some heat, and again, that was very surprising to see Max actually kind of get bossed around a little bit throughout his entire fight. Of course, Max held his own. He got some good shots in as well. But at the end of the fight, you could tell who won. At the end of that, so I already knew Max was gonna lose, because Max was looking really bad after that fight was over compared to Dustin. To see their faces, and oh boy, that was a very bloody fight as well once we got to the end. But Dustin ended up winning, so we ended up having 2 new champs that night. So we'll see if a Max Dustin 3 ends up happening. But Max, he was he was definitely a good champion, but Dustin, he just had a lot more power than Max had, because Max really isn't that power type of fighter, but he just throws a lot of flurries, and he'll get you worn out very quickly. But but it was a good fight though. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, even though both of them lasted 5 rounds, because I was tired as hell by the time everything was over.
Oh, okay. Damn. I saw highlights and stuff like that of it, but I couldn't really speak on it just because I didn't actually watch it live. So, that was definitely a good description of everything like that, and it seems like it was definitely very exciting. I don't think anybody can be ever mad at, watching a full fight go all 5 rounds, especially if it's being competitive. Now, if it was kind of lackadaisical, then I can understand. Siggy, you only got the highlights, correct?
Yeah, I only got the highlights also, and it wasn't the main 2 that I was watching. The one I was interested in most, which fight was it that they had to stop whenever he was beating the dude's face in?
Oh my god.
I don't think that any of the main cards had to be.
Okay, so maybe it was in the card. Because I was watching it. There was one where it looked like he was.
One of these fights ended up, it was only like the first fight, over in St. Preux. That was the only fight they got actually, that didn't go to decision. So,
yeah, I got highlights of a whole bunch of blood on this one though. So it was a good fight. Good fights though, huh? I missed the one time I missed UFC, the 280 number. It's finally some action packed, man. Every time I've been watching it lately, it seems like it's been boring. So it's good that there's some good fights out there still, but. As far as name power or star power and stuff like that, I just maybe that's why I didn't watch them. They weren't interested in me still.
Feel you. Moving on from UFC 236, I definitely gonna catch the next one when it happens. I just was busy that day and I couldn't really catch it. We're gonna go ahead and talk about, speaking of fighting, we gotta talk about the hockey NHL playoffs that are currently going on right now. But before we go into like the playoff side of it, I really just want to talk to you guys about this. So do you guys see that knockout that I posted in the DMs with Ovechkin, whatever he said his last name, and how Ovechkin, and how they were speaking and how they were talking about how the fighting rules against all this 19-year-old comes through, talks to a veteran knocks him out. Like I've watched hockey from time to time, but I don't truly understand the rule behind it. JG, you're a hockey fan. What like
the rule? Like
the rule against like how you can fight and then how long you can fight, and is it really necessary? Has it always been there? Like I guess I don't.
Oh man, you trying to soften up hockey, Ace?
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
You fight until somebody falls or pretty much until somebody goes down. Not necessarily gets knocked out like Ovechkin did. He
knocked out cold.
He got knocked out cold. It was more so because he hit his head on the ice. That was the thing.
Oh, okay.
But
so
that's how it is though. Exactly what Siggy said. Like they generally fight until like someone falls down. Yeah. Once somebody falls down, then they refs come and break it up, and then both of them go in the box.
So what I was hearing too when they were talking about having this discussion with it, that they start the kids young. They start the kids doing this. I didn't know that. I didn't even know like in like probably like I would say, and when I say kids, probably like 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old leagues is when they'll start doing like the actual fighting.
Canadian Russians were probably fighting when they were 2 or 3 years old.
that's wild, bro. I guess I just never really understood it, and I also just thought it was an interesting topic to bring up to you guys. Again, man, dude got knocked out cold. It was ridiculous how much he got knocked out.
I never seen anybody get knocked out so easily in a hockey fight, because like they both have on helmets too, so it's always hard to punch through the helmet, but Ovechkin knocked him out through the helmet. Like they generally, like the helmets come off, they throw their gloves off and then they get it on, but nah, man, like I've never seen such an easy knockout. Then when I found out they do with 19, I was like, damn, little youngin didn't know what he was up against.
Like I said, I mean. Whenever you look at the initial hit to knock him down, it didn't look like there was a lot of force in it. That's why I said that he had to hit his head just right on the ice for it to be knocked out cold like that. But that's the him being pretty much blacked out from it is what made it.
That's wild
to really look into the whole thing. But fighting and hockey go together like peanut butter and jelly, man. Without it, if you start taking it away, like actually start making it to where you can't fight, I'm not gonna say it's gonna destroy the sport, but it just wouldn't be the same because it's I don't know.
What's the purpose of fighting in hockey though? Seriously, like what's the purpose?
It's not like it happens all the time. It's just pretty much like you know how it is. I mean, look at all the other sports. You've seen what happened here in the NBA with everybody, all the yapping with Beverly and KD or Westbrook and whoever. That they can't just scrap it out, but in hockey you could, and you're just letting out the steam. And once it happens, you get the fight in, they come back and they shake hands, and that's it. It's over. Oh. They don't ever carry anything. You see in other sports what happens when you do let it linger. Someone runs in the locker rooms.
I don't know, bro. Like, I guess it's just because maybe I don't have an understanding of it. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If I'm gonna get in a fight, I'm gonna finish the fight. I'm not I'm gonna just keep it moving from there. But I just think it's really interesting that like this, it's just been around for so long. Because when I'm from a casual fan like myself, when it comes to hockey, when I've seen them do it, like somebody gets checked. Like I know for a fact that you get shoulder checked that they're in a opportune time. Oh, that dude is getting up and trying to fight you. So I got that, but I'm just like, oh, they really just out here fighting just cause, and pretty much it's just until the refs break it up or it gets too gruesome or bloody or something like that. And then you sit in the box, you do your time, and then you just go for it. So I'm just like, oh, all right, I guess. Like it just seems. I mean, I'm not trying to soften up the sport. I'm just trying to get a better. I don't know why. I'm not softening it up. I'm just getting a better understanding. I don't know. I'm curious. Like I'm like, all right. And the fact that like really got me interested. I mean, to even think about it was the fact that they were saying about kids was doing it too. I was like, oh, word. They letting little kids actually, and especially nowadays in the days of, you know, CTE getting scanned and everything like that. I'm thinking, are they applying that in hockey too? Because I don't really hear much about that, especially with fighting.
Those dudes are tough, man. I mean, if you see them smile, most of them have fake teeth because they already got all their teeth knocked out from the hockey pucks.
Yeah, that's like they don't wear mouth guards though, bro. Like that's the one thing. Like,
yeah, someone do.
Yeah, because that was the one thing that really got me. I'm like, bro, if you actually wore a mouth guard, you would be fine. You wouldn't look like.
Sometimes you get that shit knocked out with your mouth guard, man. Get hit in the face with a 100-mile-per-hour hockey puck. Those things are. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
imagine getting hit in the face with a baseball. You know.
Oh yeah.
Just imagine though a hockey puck that has like this hard plastic that's.
Yeah,
feels almost metal, and then on top of that, you're cold. You know how?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Can you imagine getting hit in the mouth even if you have your mouthpiece on?
Yeah, and speaking
with a hockey puck.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of getting hit in the mouth, yo, Lightning got hit in the mouth and then got swept. What's going on, JG? Talk about the Lightning, bruh. What up?
I don't know how that happened.
Number one.
Don't know how that happened, man. Yeah, they were number one in the entire conference. They had the most points out of any other team. They came through and got swept. I never would have imagined something like that happening in a million years. Like I don't even think like any other sport that I can recall that has like at least a 5 or 7 game series where the number one team gets swept. Now I understand, you know, teams lose, but getting swept is a totally different story. Like I really don't know how this happened, man. This is probably one of the worst losses like ever recorded in NHL history. It's definitely up there top 3.
Damn.
Because like I really don't know how this happened. Like the Lightning, I guess they just really thought that their opponents were going to be some hoes, and they just like the first game. That's really the only game that I like fully paid attention to. They were up like 3-0 in the first period. And then all of a sudden I look around again and he lost 5-3. And I'm like, what the hell happened at game 1? And again, keep in mind they were at home. So they lost those first 2 games at home. I'm like, all right, something's wrong. And then they come around the next 2 games away and get swept. Like it was ridiculous, man. I had to ask my girl, I'm like, you good? Like, you want to talk about it? What's up? Like, what happened with your Lightning? She like, we suck. I was like, that just it sucks to hear, because like it's not like you all just squeaked by and happened to get in the playoffs. Like y'all were doing good the entire season, and y'all lost to the Blue Jackets, Columbus Blue Jackets. Like I don't even think they sniffed the Stanley Cup in their lives, and all of a sudden like they swept y'all. Very embarrassing for them. So they got to come back to the drawing board, because again, I have no idea what happened. And even worse than that, let's talk about the Islanders.
Man,
the Penguins. So we had 2 sweeps in the first round. Like not even a competition, man. The Islanders are on it. And I already know that New York fans, they cheering because, you know, when the Rangers aren't in it, then
it's the Islanders. Yep, they definitely do. Absolutely.
So, man, no, there's going to be no more Penguins and Capitals rivalries because, you know, everybody wants to see that in the playoffs. That ain't happening. The Capitals are currently, you know, tied 2 games with the Hurricanes. So we'll see at the current Stanley Cup champs end up getting back. Ovechkin missed to knock a nigga out. We'll see if he keeps knocking people out when it gets past the playoffs, or see if they end up getting knocked out, because that'll be very ironic. But we'll see, man. It's the 2 craziest things, man. And if you're not an NHL fan, I think that everybody could understand or not understand how that happened with the Lightning. Just forget the Penguins. Just the Lightning is just very embarrassing for their season. I really don't know how that happened.
I mean, hey, anybody likes a good sweep India now and then. You know, a top number 1 team ended up losing. I mean, everyone gets surprised and everything like that. But hey, I mean, it happens. It's rare.
Like, it's almost as worse than like a 1 seed losing to a 16 seed in March Madness.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
The disrespect.
I mean, he's not lying. So I mean, it's
they're not the first number 1 seed to lose. I mean, even to get swept, it happens. But I think it's just more rare because, yeah, it's just shocking because of how many points they scored in the year. Also,
exactly. No, I get. Yeah, absolutely.
They were up like almost like 15 wins to the next closest, person that was up there, right? I mean, they had a really amazing season, and for them to go out like that, yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, they had 128 points. The next closest was the Boston Bruins. They had 107.
Oh yeah. Oh, they throw the whole team away. They trash for that. They trash for that. That's all bad.
That's at least 11 wins, right, or something. I mean,
that's all bad.
16-4, and the Boston Bruins were 49-24-9.
Oh my God, yeah, that makes it even worse, bro. Yeah, they gotta go back to the drawing board, bro. That's bad. That's bad.
Look at that huge gap.
That's bad. I know the teams that they beat and everything like they're sitting there looking like, really? We lost to a team that just got swept like that? That's wild. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and talk about NFL real quick. What's up with the Raiders, man? Like, every time I bring them up, I feel like there's something else that just don't really make sense. So, for those that don't know, Coach Gruden has pretty much, him and his general manager Mike Mayock has sent the scouts home for the weekend, and they said they're not expected to return during the draft. So pretty much the belief is that they don't know who to trust and want to clear the room. So pretty much they don't even trust the scouts, the NFL scouts that get paid to scout pre-NFL draft picks. And you're telling them to leave. This is either the worst or the best idea ever for John Gruden. And they have 3+ first round picks. What is going on here? Like, seriously, what is going on here? Siggy, you got any thoughts, man?
I don't know. I mean, usually around draft day, all kinds of crazy stuff comes out.
You want your scouts by you, so
I don't know what's going on. I mean, then again, it's Gruden, it's the Raiders. You never know. They're just wild at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if it's him basically. They already know what they're doing, or maybe I don't know. I can't even think about what this could mean.
Yeah, it's just
obviously
weird.
It has something to do with the draft. I know that. I don't know.
JG.
I just think at this point, John Gruden is paranoid. That's all
He must be really paranoid, bro. Like, really paranoid. Cause, jeez.
After what he did last season, his first season back as a Raiders coach, I mean, it kind of makes sense, cause like everybody pretty much like crucified him after the people who he gave away. I mean, you did get Antonio Brown all season, so you have to deal with that headache now. So we'll see how that goes. I just think right now, he's just trying to make the best choices, and he just doesn't want anybody to I guess like get in the way of like his potential good picks in the draft. Because I mean they do have they have at least 3 first round picks.
Yes,
so, I mean,
sir. 3 first round picks.
That's a lot. He's not trying to mess up, because I think the Raiders Nation will just hate him. I mean, even though they already do, but they'll hate him even more.
I was about to say they already do.
Yeah, if he doesn't make up for the losses, they're really gonna hate him, especially like because they're about to go to Vegas next year.
Lord have mercy.
He has to make it count. He has to at least have them try to compete after the changes that he made, because everybody thought he was a madman. So you gotta really like come out the gate and get some really really good picks for all the players that you lost. So yeah, he's just paranoid, man. I just think he has a lot on his plate right now, and very well so, because he did some crazy ass moves.
Did he? Man, he definitely made some crazy moves though. But I'll be interested to see, and with the development of with them being here in Vegas next year and the stadium almost being complete, man, it's gonna be an interesting one. And I mean, they got the draft, they have the draft pick, so they have the power to legit turn this first round draft pick, like first round, around with these other three picks that they have. So a lot of teams are going to be watching them, especially. So I'm quite interested to see what they do. And speaking of football, let's go ahead and talk about Russell Wilson. A lot of people thought, and Giants fans, y'all actually thought y'all about to get Russell Wilson, bruh.
No, they never really thought that.
Yes, they did. There was some actual
Giants fans,
and there was some actual fans had hope that he might get him. Nah, bro.
Nah, a real Giants fan knew that was pure fantasy.
Hey, bro, Russell Wilson, man, he got the deal, man. You know what I'm saying? He posted up on Twitter.
What Russell Wilson did to the Seahawks was pretty much muscle them because he put a self-imposed deadline, right? Tax day, April 15th. That Seattle didn't have to do because I think he still had a year left, right?
Yeah, but he needed to have an extension. He needed to, or else he was gonna go look elsewhere. So I mean, do you blame him?
No, I don't blame him at all.
He needed to get his money.
It was more he was using the Giants as leverage, pretty much. He was using that rumor as, hey, look, if you don't want me, I'll go somewhere else, and New York would pay for me for sure.
He's worth it. $140 million, bruh. $140 million contract extension. And did you see that signing bonus? $65 million?
Mm-hmm.
A signing bonus of $65 million. JG, what would you do with a signing bonus before you even step back onto the field this season? Extend your 4-year extension after your contract's over. $65 million.
I play this season. I'll take my ass home, man, and chill. Let's see her make the money for the rest of our lives, fam. That's a lot of money. $65 million, bro, off rip just for the signing bonus. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's done a lot of great things. He definitely deserves it compared to a lot of other of his peers that are currently getting paid in the league right now. And I believe this makes him the most lucrative contract, if I remember correctly. That's a lot of money, bro. And $65 million signing bonus. That's just him signing.
Yeah, everybody figured he was going to get the most.
I mean,
man, Seahawks stupid.
You don't like the contract?
You don't like the contract, man? He deserves it, though.
The contract is good for him.
Go ahead, JG. Just pick him apart, even though you biased.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you're biased. You're biased. Yeah.
This is a rivalry.
Yeah, this is biased.
I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows how much I hate the Seahawks. So this is some of my bias talking, but I still don't think that Russell Wilson deserves all of that.
Oh,
money.
you're hating. You're a hater, bro.
To become the new number 1 highest paid quarterback.
You're a hater, bro. You're a hater, bro. You're a hater. No, you're a hater.
He won a Super Bowl, but I would have rathered the Seahawks, and this is why I'm about to say congratulations, Seahawks. You played yourselves because you gave Russell Wilson all that money, and your team is shit. Your team is shit. You gave away everybody, or everybody left. So I would have rathered them spend that money and get somebody else who was premier player, because they're still going to be like one of the worst teams in the division. I'm gonna just keep real. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the division because Arizona loaded up and 49ers really loaded up in the offseason. So I just didn't think that was such a good move. I respect Russell Wilson for what he did. That man a pimp. He was over there having sex with his
just rolled over. Just let me make this video real quick.
Yeah, it was like, yo, like you said we did it.
We got dick.
I'm gonna talk to y'all in the morning with his chains on too. You can't tell me he's gonna beat it up with his chains on. I want to be a Russell Wilson fan so bad, but I can't.
Why, JG? You can't. Why, JJ?
I want him to go to the Giants, fam. I want him to go to the Giants so bad, so he can get back into it with Golden Tate, bro. Because Golden Tate was messing with his girlfriend.
Man,
that's why they traded the ball. That was a story.
But, you're an asshole, JG. I just hope you know that.
It's funny if they lean back up, but
you're terrible.
I think Russell Wilson in New York, bro, that would have been lit. Him taking the place of Eli, I think, bruh, I would have drafted him. I would have drafted him if that would have happened.
They ain't got no weapons over there, bro. They got Saquon. That's it.
Enough?
They got weapons for him. You got to rephrase that, Ace. They got weapons for Russell Wilson.
That's true.
Remember,
that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
On the Seahawks right now, that's better than Tate or.
That's true. They got weapons for him, but they don't necessarily. Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey,
so imagine Russell with Barkley. Seriously, imagine how many I could just imagine that whole.
That opens up the field because the running back is such a dangerous threat, and then you also got a quarterback that can actually throw, and run.
On top of that, it would have been in New York, which means he would have been able to play for the Yankees at the same time. I want to see Russell Wilson be on the Yankees.
Talk about it.
Hey, see, I had a feeling this was gonna come up.
We have enough injuries now to where he actually could be a legit first baseman or a third baseman at this point because we got scrubs right now. So
because Seattle doesn't want to, they wanted to protect their investment, but when New York let him play, he wouldn't have to travel that much.
Yep, he wouldn't. He would just be right there. Yep. All the stars were gonna align perfectly, but didn't.
I'm saying, man, I thought it was gonna happen legit. Like they could have made that happen, man, but the Seahawks didn't want to do it. I mean, it's understandable, but again, like I said, I think that the Seahawks, I think they shot themselves in the foot with that contract. I'm not saying that Russell Wilson doesn't deserve it.
Here's the thing,
though, that they're not gonna be able to get as many pieces that they really need at this point because they lost everybody.
Here's the thing: the reason why they had to. This is why everybody knew he was gonna get a high contract. Because there's nobody else out there. You don't want to be a team that has to look for a quarterback in the draft because you've seen over the years that a lot of them haven't panned out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even the ones that we thought would pan out, you're not sure of still. Like, all right, so Sam Darnold was projected to be the number one quarterback, and the Browns went against it. And they picked Darnold.
Baker. Yeah.
Baker. They picked Baker instead of Darnold. Jets have Darnold, right? So as a Jets fan, I should be all excited. But there's still that. Is he good? Is this it? And now we're gonna look at this season to gauge if he's going to be the future. Back then, you used to have like 5 years to be a quarterback before you throw him away. But now, in this game and today, these quarterbacks need to be good right away. Like we see Pat Mahomes just tear it up right after 2 years only. Same with Aaron Rodgers. It seemed like as soon as he got plugged in, he was waiting under the wings for 4 years. Yeah, but he got put in and boom, it was like, whoa, why didn't we start this guy earlier? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
no, you're right.
And you got a whole bunch of quarterbacks before though that now it's like you don't want to be put in that spot where you have to guess. So you already know what you're getting with Russell Wilson. Is he going to throw 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns all the time? Maybe not. He might if he actually had receivers. But at least you know what you get. He has a Super Bowl ring already to his name, and I mean, that's just the cost of how much it costs now for these players now. So, yeah, I couldn't see them letting him go for real and then having to be that, okay, wait, who are we picking now?
Yeah, if that would have happened, then I feel like, if you want to get somebody who was like Russell, then you probably would have to immediately try to go at the collar then.
So you trade your first round and your second round, or first and second pick overall, and then maybe a one next year?
Yeah. Like that'd be a high cost. They could have made something happen, is what I'm saying. Like it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I totally agree with your point, Siggy. Like, it's Russell Wilson. I understand. Like, I know that he's a great quarterback. So at the end of the day, y'all didn't want to lose him, and he didn't want to leave, and I respect
he knew he didn't want to leave.
He really put the foot on them and was like, yo, like, I'm not about to sign this extension. You don't sign me by midnight tonight, and sure enough, they made it happen. But it was mad close though. That's all I'm saying. It was mad close. Yeah. That man took a break from hitting that to let us know. That's all I'm saying. He appealed.
He definitely did.
Russell Wilson a changed man, yo.
Yeah, man.
But yep, Seahawks suck. Fuck them.
Damn. All right. All right. So these playoffs, though. So what's up with before we get into the NBA playoffs? Tiger Woods, is Tiger Woods back, y'all? Is he really back or what?
Oh, he's back. He won the Masters. He won a major. That's all you need to know about Tiger Woods. Even if he's not officially back, he's back right now because he won.
Facts.
Hey man, Tiger Woods is back, y'all. He came through. He said, "Yo, I'm back. I got my Masters. I got my jacket. I got MJ telling me that's the greatest comeback he's ever seen." He came through his cheating scandal, all his surgeries, the issues that he had with drugs, and he won a Masters, bruh. That's a hard feat to do from his comeback, bruh. I don't know, man. That's And
he beat the two guys that everybody said were gonna be in the final again.
Yeah,
Molinari and Brooks Koepka.
You're right.
He did it. I mean, that's how you know he's back for sure, man, because he actually
He did it, bro.
He actually beat the best also in the field.
You're right. So it wasn't like he was going against some scrubs or anything like that. Like he legit, he legit did it, bro. So
he didn't back into a win like like where somebody, let's say Brooks Kappa had like a horrible round that he was +5 and knocked him out of contention. Now he went up against them in their A game. Molinari, he just kind of messed up. He left the window open for sure for Tiger to win it, but Tiger took advantage, especially the last 3 holes. Man, he was not gonna blow it. Now I was kind of worried a little bit. Like around 17, it's like, man, don't tell me he's gonna just
blow it.
Yeah, he did it, man.
I
was so happy.
He didn't blow it, bro. He didn't blow it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad he didn't.
Right.
Man, I was so worried that he was gonna ruin his career. I remember we talked about him on
this
podcast. I was like, man, like I just didn't like him, having his constant health problems, physical health problems, and then of course the drug thing happened. I was just like, yo, like Tiger just can't get right now. And then all of a sudden he kept trying, didn't have any physical health problems in the Masters, and he won it. Like that was the thing that everybody was talking about. Like I said, I don't even watch golf, but like it was so many people who like not even really like sports fans, and they were cheering on Tiger. Like it was really a big moment for him to make that comeback like that. And I think that really at this point he has like truly solidified in my eyes, and probably a lot of other people's eyes, that like he is truly the GOAT of golf. Like I don't.
I think that was solidified before, bro. To be honest with you,
but like I said, I think that it may be some other people who were thinking
doubting.
Like,
okay, I got you.
I was like, man, like you done so good, you don't turn this your career anymore. But I think that like him winning the Masters, like because this is one of the biggest golf tournaments in history. For him not only winning the Masters but winning a major period, like that was a really big thing for him.
Bro, he really did it though.
I think that he truly solidified his status as the GOAT of golf. So shout out to Tiger, man. That's a real big feat, man, and I'm glad he was able to make that comeback. I truly am.
Hell yeah, shout out to Tiger, man. Whew. We were worried, a lot of people were worried at first with Tiger, man, but he was able to do it, bro. He was able to do it.
So we already think that he's GOAT. Don't get me. I know what you're talking about, JG. It's that number 18 versus what Tiger has now, 15. He's only 3 away from tying the majors record.
Oh,
do you think he'll do it?
Ooh,
that's gonna be hard, bro.
If he can stay healthy, man, I just want Tiger in the tip-top shape. Tiger in the tip-top shape cannot be touched. Like he doesn't need any distractions. Don't be messing with no girls. All these white girls be looking at you. Don't fall for Tiger.
Don't fall for the blonde blue eyes.
They be looking. Oh, you already know they be looking at Tiger.
No, they definitely do,
so,
bro.
He gotta not get in any scandals. I'm just hoping that like he keeps his body fresh. If he can do all of that, then I think that he's gonna be in his bag, and I think that he can do it. I think that that's probably what he's gonna go for at this point, especially after winning a major. I think that he's really back in his form now, and I just hope he can stay that way. So it's possible. I think it's possible.
Okay, well, we'll see what Tiger got, man. That's good for Tiger, man. He's come through a lot and everything. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, you saying Tiger's back and he hasn't really done anything?" And he back from what? I mean, he's gone through a lot. I'm not even talking about the whole cheating scandal. I'm legit talking about all the drug issues that he had and everything along those lines. Like, cause a lot of people need to remember, before the whole cheating scandal happened, Tiger Woods had this goody two shoes persona. Everybody was like, man, this man cannot do no wrong, nothing.
It's kind of like A-Rod. A-Rod had that same
until the whole thing, but now he's still winning, and still winning in life because he's marrying J-Lo. So
so he won.
Yep, he did. He definitely won.
Yeah, but that man Tiger lost his endorsement.
He lost everything. PGA Tour, Nike.
That was a little bit of a thing right there. I'm actually glad TaylorMade was the one that got him in the clubs, and that's his personal clubs now. It used to be Nike all these years.
Yeah,
and he won with TaylorMade, and TaylorMade's a huge brand.
Oh yeah,
but shout out to them for like
taking a chance on him.
Pretty much, not necessarily taking it, but they just knowing. It was almost like they were like, "We believe you, Tiger. You're Tiger Woods. You're gonna be back for sure." And we made the mistake when you were younger of not coming to you when we're the top of the everybody you tell.
So it was one of those things.
Tiger made Nike. I'm not saying that's what happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure Nike offered him the most money,
I'm sure they did.
But golfers, any golfer out there knows if you're playing with clubs, TaylorMade is the best clubs to use. Period.
Okay.
And Tiger made Nike's own, but Nike kind of like it's almost like they lost faith in Tiger.
That's exactly what happened.
I have to give credit to TaylorMade for basically saying, hey, look, we didn't lose faith in you. Come over to us. You can make your own clubs, and that's what he used, his own custom built everything from TaylorMade. It's awesome. I thought that was a great story too.
Right. Shout out to Tiger. Shout out to TaylorMade. Shout out to them.
Did Tiger get his video game back now?
I'm sure he will. I'm actually sure he will. There will be some type of a contract I talk about.
Nobody want to play no Rory.
Right.
Rory. What happened to these guys too? Rory and Spieth were supposed to be the faces of the future with golf, and I mean they're still good, but they want to just being middle of the pile kind of. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
They fell off.
They're not the next Tiger like everybody thought they were.
Hell no, bruh. Not at all, bruh. Hell no.
There's no.
Just about to say that there's never gonna be another Tiger Woods, bruh. I don't think there ever can be, bruh. Never. But let's go ahead and talk about something a little bit more interesting. I know a lot of people will listen to us being interested in basketball. We currently have the NBA playoffs currently going on right now. A lot of the teams are in game 3 at the moment, and there have been some exciting games so far and some surprises. What do you guys have been thinking of the game so far before I go over the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference leads at the moment? JG, I'll go with you first.
I would say the Magic and Brooklyn taking game 1 was very interesting to me. Also with the Warriors being up like 30 something points and then blowing that lead. Yeah.
I hate to see it.
That was a big yikes, man.
Sending in the tape too. He's guarding me wrong. Sending the tape to the NBA.
Boy, Patrick Beverly. That dude's a dog. That dude's a dog, man. What else can I say about Patrick Beverly, man? He's taking on the biggest challenge right now because Kevin Durant can shoot over everybody.
That's just wild.
Shoot over your short ass. So it's pretty crazy that he's.
I'm Kevin Durant.
Yeah, do you know who I am? Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant.
Bro, when Kevin Durant does interviews, it's pretty legendary.
Oh yeah,
said, like how he feels. So those would be the most surprising things that I've seen so far. I still think that the Orlando Magic are going to lose. I might be wrong about the Sixers because even without Embiid, for some reason now they actually want to play. We actually have a Ben Simmons sighting. Oh my God!
Yo,
Ben
they
Simmons
came at that man
in the playoffs.
They came at that man crazy.
Yeah, so he's in his bag. He had a terrible game 1, and that's why they lost. But
terrible. He didn't show up.
It wasn't. Yeah, he didn't show up at all. And that's again why he had to come back in a major way. Game 2 and game 3. So the Sixers are supposed to win, like I said, on paper, because they definitely have a stacked squad. But I thought that Brooklyn was gonna take that. I'm not so sure anymore. But I mean, I'm still sticking with what I said. I still want Brooklyn to win, but they probably won't. So we'll see about that. Other than that, man, I think that probably the most competitive match that I've seen so far has been between the Thunder and the Trailblazers. Cause Dame been giving it to Russ, dog. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, Dame has been he made Russell Westbrook his bitch. In this
oh man,
I hate to say it, man, but I still think the Thunder are gonna win the whole thing. But the Blazers are definitely playing a lot better. Enes Kanter has been a godsend for the Blazers because, like I said, without Nurkic, I said that the Trailblazers would lose, but Enes Kanter has definitely filled in that role
right
better than I thought. So I think that's cool. That gives the Blazers a little bit more fight. Other than that, I mean, it's been pretty standard. The Nuggets and Spurs are having themselves a good battle. I still think the Nuggets are going to win that one overall from round 1. And then, I mean, the Celtics and Pacers, like I said, the Celtics should win. Like I didn't really see the Pacers doing anything, and so far that's been the case. So again, I still think the Celtics are going to win that.
They're about to sweep, and
they're 3-0 right now.
Yeah, and Bogdanovich ain't doing nothing again. They lost, bro.
Oh, damn.
Like, really want the only offensive presence that they have right now.
Oh man, bro, that's wild. That's
it from that.
Hey man, hey, what about you? See,
I told you the Rockets were gonna put it to Utah, and so far it's been like that.
Yeah,
easy cakewalk. And And a lot of people had them as a sleeper Utah, but nah. I'm telling you, now that they're healthy, I actually think Rockets can go all the way. Like,
shit, they don't have
Golden State. But
yeah.
I think it's gonna be competitive anyways.
Okay. All right.
I think Golden State is gonna steamroll I think like I said before, Golden State is a team that they're so good that they kind of just loaf. And they needed that 31 point, blowing the lead and all that to just kind of wake themselves up. It was like they woke up a sleeping giant kind of thing, and now you're gonna see them win by 30 points every game. Watch going forward, because the Clippers, they poke the bear, I guess is the phrase to use. Portland, they lost tonight. I think it's gonna be a home series kind of thing. Whoever has home field is gonna win it all. So Portland should pull it out. Denver, I think they should come back, but if San Antonio can sneak another one, I think San Antonio can win. Then you're asking Denver to pretty much win 3 in a row against the Spurs, and I don't know if they can do that. Milwaukee cakewalk. I mean, that's the Pistons. Did they even show up a game yet? I mean, I feel so bad for Drummond, because without Blake, I mean, that team is just gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They can't. No one wants to score. No one wants to shoot. I mean, I'm surprised they even put up how many points they got, but they lost by almost 40, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been
Toronto finally showed up tonight, but they've kind of been they'll beat the Magic. They should easily, but Lowry, he needs to wake up more. And Philadelphia,
game, what?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, I even without Embiid, I mean, like I said, that's the reason why they made the Butler and the Tobias Harris trades, because those two are pretty prolific scorers. So you would think that they should be able to overcome that.
Right.
I just think it's about figuring out how their lineup should be, or the minutes. But it looks like they finally figured that out. Brooklyn, I don't know what it is about the Nets, man. They play great on some days, and then the other days it's like, wow, okay, now you're the Nets. And I don't know if it's not necessarily Russell. I think it's more. I think the role players just aren't doing their job whenever they need to.
Yeah.
And then Boston, they should sweep. And we just talked about them, the Pacers, and it's all about the next round. I'm already looking forward to the next round already.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, look, let's go over the Western and the Conference right now. And by the way, Cousins hasn't been officially ruled out, but I think it's safe to say that he might be out for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
Yeah, they said that it would typically take like 8 weeks to recover. They're only leaving it up because the fact that if they make it to the finals, there could be situations where he could be in.
Yeah, but a torn quad though, and he'll be a free agent once again July 1st. You hate to see it. It's unfortunate, but
I don't even think it'll matter.
Yeah, at this point. But we'll see. So right now, Golden State, at the time of recording, Western Conference right now, Golden State is up 2-1 over the Clippers. Houston right now is 2-0 over the Jazz. Right now, OKC ended up winning this game against the Trailblazers, but the Blazers are still winning the series 2-1. Then we have Spurs beating Denver 2-1 right now in the series. Then we switch it over to the Eastern Conference. Like Siggy said, Detroit ain't here. They probably end up gonna get swept, bro. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. But right now they're 2-0 right now. Milwaukee up. Boston, Indiana Pacers. I mean, it's unfortunate, but Boston's gonna sweep them. So the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets, even though it's good head to head, Philly's up 2-1 right now. So I will continue to look at that series, you guys. And Toronto finally decided to show up, like Siggy said, 2-1 over the Magic. And I'm going to be real with you. Like Siggy said, too, I'm actually looking forward to the second round of the playoffs right now at this point. I think it's safe to say what teams are going to win, at least in my opinion. But, yeah, I'm looking for towards the next part of the conference finals almost coming up and everything like that. So, yeah, who do you guys still got going in the Western Conference finals right now? Siggy?
I mean, it's tough to say because I really wanted to be the Rockets versus Golden State, but that's gonna be the next round. So
yeah, exactly. That might be the Western Conference Finals right there, low key.
Right, that's pretty much without it being. It's gonna be horrible knowing that one of them, if they do beat each other, it's gonna have to play Portland or Denver or the Spurs. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah,
it all happened that very last game. Remember we were talking this last podcast,
and then it switched.
It just switched.
Yeah,
it just switched. The Rockets lost, and that
Actually, they definitely should have. That would have been the dope Western Conference Finals right there. But that switch.
But instead, I'm still gonna have to say the Warriors, even without we talked about the injury, but they never had a center all these years anyway. So it's almost like all they did was just lose one of the Infinity Stones that they have. You know what I mean? Just got 4 of them. You're still powerful. You're still Thanos. At this point, I still have the Warriors going all the way, and I have them facing the Trailblazers at this point.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Now I'm looking at everything else on the other side too. I got faith in the Spurs are gonna beat Denver, but I don't have faith that the Spurs are gonna beat Portland. I'm gonna just be real with you. And unless Westbrook and the rest of the Thunder step it up, I see Portland coming out in the Western Conference Finals with Golden State. JG?
I don't know. It's tough because when you all talked about them not even being able to meet each other in the finals, the Warriors and the Rockets. I don't know. I would have to say then, I'll put my money on the Thunder.
Okay. Thunder, all right.
That's all I'll say.
Thunder, all right. Interesting.
They'll make that comeback.
Right. All right. Eastern Conference. I got the shit. I'm gonna be real with you. It's another situation of where I would have rather had seen either Milwaukee and Celtics, but I will actually personally say that it'll be Milwaukee and the Raptors if they show up. If the Raptors show up.
The Raptors, right? I mean, this is the thing that I was afraid of when we talked about them last time, was that they have the pieces to be good, but are they going to be good?
Exactly.
And they've been playing. I don't know why they're making the Magic look like they're competitive.
They're playing down to them.
Yeah, that's what's strange. And then Philadelphia is kind of the same way. So if they're going to play each other next. It's almost like they're begging you, "Oh, you win here. Come on, man, we're trying to let you win here."
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like they don't want to win because in the end, Milwaukee's just going to steamroll all of them. It looks like, just from what I've seen so far. Celtics have the most heart, I think, so they could probably take it to Milwaukee to push it, 6 or 7 games, but I don't know.
I think Milwaukee going back. It's Milwaukee.
Bucks, Raptors, I guess, is what we should think on paper.
Ew.
But it wouldn't shock me if it's the Sixers.
Okay. What about you, JG?
I would love to see the Sixers versus the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. But I think that, Philly and Toronto come out, and I think that Toronto's going to take it. So I think the realistic is probably going to be Milwaukee and Toronto.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll have to see. Like I said, there's been some interesting playoffs going so far. It's definitely been very competitive for sure. I mean, besides, the Boston game and the, Milwaukee games. But other than that, NBA playoffs, baby, still in full effect. We'll definitely be reporting more about that on the next podcast.
I have another question for you two.
Go for it.
What's up?
How does it feel with no LeBron in the playoffs? Because ratings have been down 30%, apparently, according to the stats.
So you think that's the LeBron effect? Because they're the favorite player of everybody's, the number one fans is not in.
100%.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Absolutely, he's a marketable guy. A lot of people got into basketball because of LeBron James, and to see and there's a lot of LeBron James wagoners. So yeah, absolutely, I do agree. I definitely do agree that has something to do with it. Yes,
I'm not gonna lie, it feels weird.
It does, because he's been there for so long.
I would say it only feels weird on the Eastern side, even though LeBron is obviously on the West this year. But if the Lakers made the playoffs, then I don't think that it would have been more about LeBron. It would have been more about the Lakers making the playoffs again. But the West, is pretty much still the same shit. I would just count if LeBron didn't come to the West, if he was still on the East, it still would have been the same thing over there on the West.
And this is why I say it, that it's very important for these superstar players to pick these big market teams, because unless you're LeBron, where you can make your your name work in a place like Cleveland, Giannis should be the biggest star in the NBA.
But he's not
LeBron, and he's not because he's in Milwaukee. If he was a Boston Celtic, can you imagine that? Then the ratings wouldn't be down. I would imagine if he was a New York Knicks, they wouldn't be down.
They would be down, but not as much.
Not as much. I mean, I'm just saying I mean, nobody is saying his name. I mean, whenever we talk about the way, I still don't hear it like I would hear LeBron all the time.
Get him.
We hear Kevin Durant.
If he gets it, bro. If he gets a ring, I think that'll change. If he gets a ring in Milwaukee, that'll change. I guarantee you it. Or he gets traded to a different team. That's it.
It's just crazy. I just think this. I mean, this is why it needs to be a big market. They need to be in a big market team. They're in Milwaukee. I hear more about Lou Williams because he's in Los Angeles than I do Giannis, and that's sad because Giannis is, in my opinion, like top 3 ball player right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, by far. I mean, he deserves the MVP. We know this. So,
but yeah, with LeBron being on the East, for so long, like
it's just strange.
It kind of feels like when Kobe didn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, damn, like it feels weird. No, I'm not even saying it to be funny.
No,
like,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, Kobe didn't make it. Yeah, like it was a weird ass feeling. But again, you still had LeBron there, so it wasn't that weird. But like you really don't have anybody but KD and again like Giannis on the East. But again, people don't talk about it like that. Like you got Kawhi over there too, but Kawhi
he's quiet too. Yeah, it's almost like him leaving the Spurs made Kawhi's like marketability go down.
I don't think he minded though, to be honest with you.
It's just it's super weird on the East Coast, man, and I don't know how to really take it right now. Like I'm still excited because obviously I love basketball so much, but that's not stopping me from watching the playoffs. But I know that other people probably feel a little weird about them not being there.
Right. They just need a dominant team that's like in a marketable place. That's really what it is. Because like Siggy was bringing up, like imagine if the Bucks were the Celtics or something like that, and they were just dominating the league side and had Giannis on their team and everything like that, then a lot more people would be like, yo, man, the East got some heat. But when you really look at it,
yeah, because I mean, right now, I mean,
I'm gonna be real with you. I rather
that's benefiting is D'Angelo. He's been getting a lot of love.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He might get some good deals. Yeah, you might get some good deals in Brooklyn. They love him. He's developing, so we will see. Before we end the podcast, bruh, if Ty, I'm saying this on the podcast, so I want everybody to hear me. I want them to see me. I might have to boycott the Los Angeles Lakers if Ty Lue becomes the head coach, bro. That's wild. You're gonna fire. He's gonna get fired to get hired with the Lakers, so LeBron can be the head coach. No, absolutely not, bro. I don't need that happening. I'd rather kept Luke than that. I'm gonna just be real. Sorry.
How do you feel about Luke instantly going to the Kings, though?
I mean, that's good for him. Yeah. I think we kind of saw that was gonna happen, and he heard that. He knew about the deal already. I'm sure he did. It was like, you know what? I don't think I'm good with the Lakers. We can say I respectfully walked away, but he was probably
he didn't get technically fired.
Yeah, I bet you he would have.
What happened was they weren't gonna fire him. They wanted being okay. Look, Magic left.
So you're here.
You're together, and then they both agreed to stay. But then it was like, oh wait a minute, the Kings job. And you know what? I want to leave. But I think it was more of a, let's say it's mutual, so that way nobody gets embarrassed. Because it would have been embarrassing if he didn't get fired and they quit. You know what I mean? That would have been like, you should have been fired in the first place.
Yeah, this is more for the Lakers than Luke Walton, to be honest with you. Yeah. And professionally, he just didn't want to embarrass them. But the Lakers are embarrassing themselves, and they will continue to embarrass themselves if they let Tyronn Lue become the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't have anything against the man personally, but I just know for a fact that if he becomes the head coach, LeBron becomes the head coach. That's really what
that should be a red flag right there too, man. Let's say they
that's terrible, bro. That's terrible.
If you're the other players, do you really trust?
No,
being on the Lakers now.
No,
I mean, the morale's already low. They already think you're trying to trade the whole team, and now all of a sudden you bring
his buddy,
pretty much LeBron's friend, over to coach. I mean, yeah, that.
Nah, bro, that's a setup, bro. That's a setup. It's a setup. That's exactly what that is. The Buss family cannot allow this to happen, bro. This is
JG,
wild.
Do you think there's more to it? Do you think LeBron is threatening to really want to be traded or something if they don't hire him?
He's not gonna leave.
Nah, I don't think it's that damn deep with it. But I mean, I guess we'll have to find out once he gets some more news. I don't think it's that deep though. Like, cause why would he though? Like,
he did all that just to leave again.
They ended on bad terms, like him and Ty Lue. So
exactly.
why would this even be a thing again?
It don't make no sense.
Why would the Lakers? I mean, the Lakers have a tradition of being like legendary, and I can see why they picked Walton. Just because he was doing good with the Golden State, and his name, is, his father and all that.
You played for the team.
Played for the team, but then you're gonna bring Lou like that. That doesn't make sense. Like it just.
Something's up.
That's why I said that more. There might be something deeper because why him? I would even understand Derek Fisher more than Ty Lue.
Whoa, no.
Immediately take him from a WNBA job.
Nah. Derek Fisher, stay where you at, bro.
Saying, I would understand that more. I'm saying than Ty Lue. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Something's off, bro. Something's off.
Yeah, I can't believe that Genie or any of the
unless you're trying to force LeBron's hand,
organization would want that unless they're appeasing LeBron.
That or the opposite, bro. Maybe they actually did end it on bad terms, and then they know if they bring Tyronn Lue on, that might push LeBron away, which would be stupid because he's still the best player in the world as of right now.
Reverse. You think that maybe
it is. Cause that don't make no sense if they ended on bad terms. I know they cool and everything like that. I know they did like the first meetup when they were at the summer league, and LeBron had his Lakers shorts on and everybody was hyped and everything like that. But think about it. Maybe this is their way because essentially Luke Walton was supposed to stay. So since Luke didn't stay, and it's already been said, LeBron, main reason why LeBron came to the Lakers, legacy, history, Magic ain't here no more. So why would they bring in a coach that got fired in the same situation? And when you really think about it, typically wherever LeBron goes, a coach gets fired. Somebody gets let go.
True.
It's a track record, bruh. So I just don't understand.
Good thing as far as like Lakers that I would say about Ty Lue is he actually played for them too. So
yeah, well, I mean that's true,
when he got stepped over, but
yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna be honest with you, I mean, Tyronn Lue's legacy also is a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, and you the guy that AI stepped over at the Staples Center. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I just don't think it should happen, but we'll see. It just don't make sense. It don't. I'm sorry.
All right, well, you're the Laker fan. Who do you think should be the coach?
Definitely not Kobe Bryant. And y'all on Twitter and all social media, the man said he's not being part of the organization. Let him rock, bruh. Let him rock, bruh. There's a few, like, they have like and I want to look up the names exactly because there's actually a list of names of potential Laker coaches that they've had. I was very surprised that Tyronn Lue was like leading the pack for head coaches, bruh. Like, it was just interested. I saw that Juwan Howard is gonna get an interview with the Lakers, and that's like a rumor apparently. Divac. Bruh.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, bruh.
Just played.
Hell no.
Divac gonna stay with the Kings, bro.
Isn't he GM for the Kings?
Yeah, he the GM.
Yeah.
He's the one that just took Luke, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he is.
Him and Shaq. Remember Shaq did it too?
Yep. Monty Williams is supposed to be meeting with Jenny Buss shortly, so we'll be interested to see how that plays out. I just need to see what's going on with I truly want to know and understand the reason why behind Ty Lue being the coach. I just don't get it.
It could be that though. There's nobody else.
So they don't, bro. There's somebody else.
Man, come on.
There's somebody else.
Mark Jackson a shot again.
I don't get why no one's liking Mark Jackson. What is it? What is it?
Shot again.
I think he's choosing not to coach.
Well, Jeff isn't. I don't know about Mark.
Yeah, Mark definitely I think wants to, and I would think that would be the perfect spot at this point.
I'll be real with y'all. I'd rather have Phil Jackson right now than Tyronn Lue.
Well, of course you would rather have Phil.
Phil's not gonna do it.
Of course, Phil's not gonna do it, but I'd rather have him than Lue.
Why you even mention?
Well, of course you would. I mean, he's a legendary coach. Of course you're gonna want him.
Come on.
Just don't have him be the president of the team.
Exactly. We good. Yeah.
Ruin y'all even more.
Exactly. That's what I said. Just stay in the coaching position, do your thing, and then
He's not gonna be a coach again. He might not even said that.
Whatever. Have Zion be the coach. I don't know.
Harry Stackhouse, but he just got the job at Vanderbilt now.
Yeah. It's over there for that.
Stackhouse, man. He got another coaching job. I wish it would have still been in the NBA, but it is what it is.
Yo, Stephon Marbury, come over.
Patrick Ewing.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Nobody gave him a shot, and then Georgetown finally did in college, and then he actually did good with Georgetown.
He did very well.
He's been pretty legit.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it. Somebody that look if you're going into the college route.
Yo, Coach K, stop bullshitting. Go ahead, bro. Do it. Yo, let's go. What's up, K?
You talking stupid now.
Yo, Coach K, what's up, bro? Come on, man.
How much money do you think it would take to have him go to the coach of the NBA?
It wouldn't happen. They don't have enough
I'm
money.
just saying.
They don't have enough money, bro. You know how
much is he getting right now per year?
I would have to look.
Man,
You know how
I bet they're not
marketable.
reporting it.
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing about his contract. He got to
bet
be
it's
more
under
than
the
10
table.
mil a year, man.
Yeah, he's definitely getting 10, or at least 20. I would say.
Because Saban is getting 10 a year.
No, actually, right now his annual salary is $7 million.
Who, Saban?
No, Coach K.
Coach K? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. Let's be real though. You know he's getting some more money everywhere else, bro. Come on now.
It might be $7 million.
And also
a whole bunch of shares in something else.
And I'm also and let's be real. You know the NBA is paying him somehow because I mean when he's the coach for the Team USA, he's an assistant coach and everything like that. Yeah, no, they paying him money. Come on, bro. Come on, man. He's got a lot of money. He's been the head coach for the Olympic Games 2008, 2012, 2016. They've gone gold, bruh. This man is getting money. I know he's getting money. And then why would he go unless he went to the Lakers, which would make sense because the fact is like they're both marketable places. Duke basketball and the name Duke Blue Devils is one of the most marketable names in sports in general. And that's not even just comparing college. That's in general compared to other sports. Bruh.
Who's the highest paid coach in the NBA right now? Is it Pop?
That's a good question.
Shit.
When can we find out?
And we just kind of threw that $7 million out there like it was nothing. That's for a college coach. That's still a lot of money.
That's of course.
That's way more than NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely way more, but that's a lot. Let's see, top salary.
This came out 5 days ago.
Head coaches.
Wayne Casey is making 7. Rick Carlisle is also making 7. There's a lot of people tied for 3. Doc is making 10.
Wow, Doc's making 10.
Greg is making 11, so he's number 1.
Okay, so that makes sense. So if Coach K comes over there, he's making 20. There you go. He's making 20. Bro, you think about this. To get that man to leave Duke. Duke.
You gotta be paying him more than Pop.
Yeah, he has to get made more than Pop. I'm sorry, but it's the case. It's true. So, but it ain't never gonna happen. But shout out to Coach K though. Real talk. Yeah. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and end this podcast, man. I'm getting upset.
We ain't done.
Uh-oh.
We got one more thing that you missed. At the MLB. We gotta talk
about yeah.
You wanna talk about fights? You ain't talking about
oh yeah, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh man.
Go ahead, say the headline.
All right, y'all. So Deadspin.
You say it exactly.
Yeah. All right, and I'm quoting you guys. Okay, and I'm gonna read it word for word, and this is from Deadspin, you guys. Report: MLB suspends Tim Anderson 1 game for calling honky the N-word. That is the title of the article, bruh. Yeah, Tim Anderson. That's the headline. Tim Anderson calls a honky the N-word. And that's what they went for on the headline on Twitter. They're doing this for attention. Now,
what is Deadspin?
Now let's sports news. It's Deadspin.com. So, but let's really talk about this. Now, first of all, mind you, he's black, and he calls somebody the N-word. I get it. We're not gonna go into the whole race and ethnicity talk and everything along those lines for the most part, but we all know the general rule. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all know. So if you from the Caucasus Mountains, you better not be saying it. But this no tolerance policy has entered the MLB, and this is clear. That means anybody can get it. You call somebody a loose cigarette, if you call somebody out their name that's not in a respectful way, cursing at them, anything like that, anything is subject, bruh. It's a possibility. We were talking about this off camera. So what does this mean? Siggy, what do you think for the rest of the MLB and everywhere else? What do you think?
Well, I mean, obviously it went up trending because everybody kind of had this, well, why can't he say it kind of thing. But what do you think in regards to? Do you think the MLB is wrong for suspending him? Because I get the general feel that that's what everybody thinks. Or do you think
they have to play both sides? They gotta play both.
Yeah, they have to be like, hey, look, if we allow him,
then
what happens? Do you think that will make it worse though? I mean, that's a.
I mean, we know, bro. We know the general rule. We already know it. We don't have to keep saying it. But but business wise, I think they have to do it both ways. They have to, because to save their own ass. because all it's gonna take is for a dude from the Caucasus Mountains to be like, well, you didn't suspend
exactly.
and there it goes, right there. There it goes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, bruh. That's all it takes. JG.
This is weird, bro.
It's uncomfortable, right?
I'm black, so I would like to know, because I'm pretty, well, even though like obviously we don't hear everything, but I'm pretty sure that people who play basketball, people who play football, probably say worse stuff. Than,
absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
So I wonder what the current climate is as far as like language said amongst each other and to other players versus other sports. For them to, suspend them a game for calling a white boy a weak ass nigga. Apparently,
that's exactly.
He called Brad Keller the white pitcher a weak ass nigga. So I just find that hilarious. The whole situation, you even seen the scuffle. They didn't fight.
No, they didn't.
The bench is cleared, and Maldonado, who's the Royals pitcher, the Royals catcher, excuse me, he was trying to calm Tim Anderson down. And Tim Anderson was just basically like just walking down the line, to be honest. So like he was saying it like I want to talk to him. I do want to talk to him, but it didn't end up getting to this situation because the bench was cleared. It didn't end up getting worse, and people got ejected or whatever. So yeah, I would like to know what's the worst that Tim Anderson could have said to this man, like even if not like a racial slur, because that's how we talk,
bruh.
We call everybody a nigga. I ain't even gonna play like
bruh. Imagine.
So it probably just slipped out because that was his language, and he was upset. So that's what he said. So I wonder what else could he have said? Like what's the worst Tim Anderson could have called him?
Couldn't have called him a female dog because it'd been a rap.
What he could have said to get the same suspension, or what he could have said to not even get suspended. What's the worst he could have called him to not get
a punk?
To not get suspended, he could say bitch, asshole, motherfucker. Obviously, you can say all that because he's
bastard, all this stuff, I guess. But even and some of those are worse.
I mean, you would think that, yeah. But I think it's just the climate of today. If the MLB said, hey, well, somebody said, if without context, if we didn't know Tim Anderson was black, and we just saw a headline that says, players suspended for the N-word, everybody's going to jump in and find out what it was right away, right? You would think. Yeah,
but then they see a picture and they'll be like, oh, he's black. Oh, okay.
No, and then exactly. But
then that's what everybody's saying underneath it. Wait, huh? He's black?
Right, the corporate part. I think that's the reason why MLB can't distinguish that, because if they're putting the rules like that, then they're going to be looked upon as saying, hey, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're blocking everything. But imagine that. You just sitting at home, whatever, like that. You're a black dude chilling.
I think maybe the suspension part, though, maybe it should have been a fine. Because I think in the NFL, even though they have, the same kind of thing. Where I remember somebody, I think it was a fine.
It's usually fines. This should have just been a fine.
Too. Kobe said...
Kobe was worse, though. He called people with loose cigarettes, bro. That's worse.
And he got a fine, too, though, right? Or was he suspended?
I would have to look it up. But... that's pretty.
I think in the end it should just be a fine. If it was a fine, nobody would care. It's the suspension part, even though it is. That's what I'm saying.
Imagine you sitting at home, bro, and then you're a black dude chilling. You just got done with the game in the MLB, and then you come to find out you got suspended for a game for calling a white boy a weak ass nigga. You like, wait, what? What the kind of shit is that?
It probably should be a fine. I mean, if MLB is. But then again, if let's say it was opposite, what if Keller said it? Would you be fine with the fine, or would you want him to be suspended?
I mean, nah, bruh.
Well,
nah, see,
that's the thing. There you go. That's the twist.
But it's different, though. But no. Don't play that role. It's different. Come on, bruh.
But what I'm saying is, though, if let's say MLB decided, okay, only
the word don't mean the same when it comes from somebody, though.
I understand that, but if Keller said it, are you okay with the fine only? Or would you be okay with the suspension?
Oh,
and I think that's why we're having this.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're having this conversation first.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is exactly why the MLB did it.
Yep, exactly. Because it opens up the floodgates, bro. That's all it does. It opens up the floodgates.
He's right. So he's right.
Yeah, just fuck it. Just everybody. You black, I don't care. You say it, you get suspended. I don't give a fuck.
Normally, yes. He should have just got a fine. But I think that's what kind of pushed it over the edge.
Because they save it, so they don't have to deal with it. That's why.
Yeah,
I think MLB is just basically doing the preemptive, like, hey, look, we understand this is, everybody gets whatever this language, context, whatever. But they're like, I'm not going to take a position on anything. Yep. We don't want to open it up for anybody to question us. Here you go. We'll take the heat of you getting mad about it. That's about it.
That's exactly what it is, man. So hey, so be it. But hey, don't call no white boys a weak ass nigga, anything like that, nothing like that, or you might get fined yourself. Like, bro, like you just sit there home chilling. Yeah, yo, Deadspin, y'all foul for that. Hey, tell that honky though. All right, Deadspin. All right. Anyway, yeah, bro, y'all are really something else, bro. But shout out to everybody that came through. Much appreciated for coming through for yet another Triple Threat Sports podcast. Shout out to you guys too that listen to us on all your favorite podcast platforms. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. If you guys would like to continue to support us as a whole, be sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/GI updates. We have a whole bunch of awesome tiers. Shout out to everybody for coming through. This has been Ace of All Trades, UTXJG Dodon, and Siggy Guns, and we are out of here. Peace.